hashtag for Kyle.
For Nino.
For Ninong, there you go. For Ninong. Prayers up.
How about Ninong Strong?
Ninong strong.
Hey, bro, you're a milk guy.
This guy is a calcium expert.
Daryl is wearing a tracksuit. And he's wearing glasses, and he looks like Vector from Despicable Me. That guy from Despicable Me.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the Large Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Joseph Kira. It's the best show not on television. And we've got some new guests here.
Two of the largest boys.
I was gonna say just slightly smaller than large. Sub large guys.
Sub-large guys. The lowest category.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce our two guests. I'll start with person that showed up first, Josh. The first Josh. We got Josh and Josh here today, but we have Josh. Josh, can you just introduce yourself? Tell us how you're feeling today. How does it feel to just celebrate your freedom today? It's July 4th, by the way. We're recording this. So let's just give a round of applause to America.
Well, hi. My name's Josh. Everybody clap it up. It's Josh's first ever podcast episode. I can hear the audience joining in. Sorry, what was the question? Just introduce yourself.
How are you doing? Yeah, who are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I like Marvel. Marvel's a good company. And I like my freedom.
Oh, Josh, you just recently came back from a tour of Asia.
Oh yes.
How was your trip?
It was really good. I went to South Korea. Oh, we ran into a K-pop group in the airport. Dude,
Which one?
I swear to God, we ran
which
into them.
one?
It was Gravity, bro. Oh,
they're a real group.
As we were like lining up in the morning, like a swarm of like young girls with like their cameras followed these guys and like they just brushed up against like our luggages, and like I was like,
they thought you were one of the members.
Oh my gosh!
Nah, but yeah, and I was like, who the frick are these guys? And then my brother told me that it was Gravity, and I was like, oh shoot, that's like an actual K-pop group.
Hey, honestly, if you like got this haircut and put a bit of makeup on, you could pass. And then you probably need like 5 more inches or something.
Dude, like 10 more inches.
Plus, yeah, for sure. If you had like the eye makeup that they wear, you would fit
in. The lips.
Yeah, you would definitely fit in.
Dude, yeah. When I was in the Philippines, all my relatives said I look Korean. So anyway, yeah, and then so apparently, I don't know what happened with our luggage, but we had to go to like the luggage area or whatever. And we were like right next to them. Dude, I can't. I'll send you a photo.
I believe you.
Okay.
They don't question. Do they typically not like move around with like much security?
No, I feel like when it comes to airports in Korea, I feel like they do it on purpose. I feel like they put the idols there to like, get all the fans to like take pictures and stuff, because I think there's less security too.
Yeah, there wasn't really like, they had a few security with them, but I was assuming like they would have like bigger security since they were so big, but I actually didn't even expect them to be there because I thought they just had their private planes or something.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like in Korea they publicly let them go.
Yeah, there's so many like Korean media outlets that like cover groups just going to the airport. They just walk through like a normal like everyday terminal.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't expect that. And then our family, like, because there's like a secluded area and they were there, and then our family had to do our luggage and we were like right behind them in line. So like I was probably one of those photos that everybody was taking.
Probably, dude. You should look through them. Like people post them on like Twitter.
Maybe it was trending in like Korean Twitter. Oh my gosh, cute guy in a hat next to
Undisclosed new member of Kravitz.
Future debut?
What company is Kravitz with?
Oh, I don't, Kravity, bro. You're
Or
saying
Kravity?
Kravitz.
Did I say
Like-
Kravitz?
Yeah,
Kravitz?
like Lenny Kravitz,
Like
bro.
Lenny Kravitz, damn it.
All right,
Gravity,
let's look
whatever,
it up.
same thing. I've never heard of
Starship-
Gravity. so-
Starship Entertainment.
Yeah, maybe people think you're a new debut.
Damn,
With-
they
with
have,
the
the
company.
headline is "Ugly Tiny Boy is New Future." Yeah. Anyway, that was crazy. I was like inches away from them. I could have like, oh wait, that's so bad.
Dude, yeah, you should have
but-
you should have gone viral.
Do they do well? I mean, they were probably like not like all dressed up and looking nice, but do they like look?
Dude,
Do
honestly,
they have like an aura around them?
I'm
like
gonna get
genuine
so slammed
question.
for this. They just seem like regular high school boys, bro. I was like-
let me look up how old they are.
I don't get it. Maybe because it's like a boy group that I'm not.
Yeah, that's fair. But I don't know, because being at like Twice concert, even like just being like 30, 50 feet away from them, I was
Dude,
like,
that's crazy.
they don't feel real.
Oh, so they had like that aura.
I feel like it. Like
Okay.
going from videos to like seeing them that close, I was like, this isn't
Interesting.
happening.
I don't know. Like even for like concerts that I really adore, like I just don't have that celebrity infatuation.
No, that's always like the question.
except for
of,
Taylor
like
Swift.
That's
yeah,
different though.
there's always the question of like, do celebrities genuinely have like a charisma or aura about them, which is why like they're famous, or is it like stuff like our own personal subconscious that like places that on them?
I think
It
it's
could
I
be
both.
think yeah, it definitely depends. Depends on the person. Like
Yeah, it probably depends on the person.
like if and I think it depends on what their like personality is away from the stage, if you know what I mean. Like artists or like actors and stuff like that, like they definitely have their performative like little mask that they put on, which probably helps them feel more special. But then like if you were to like see them at like when you saw Mr. Mosby at the because if you think about like a Mr. Mosby on screen, like probably the most charismatic character to me.
Yeah,
at
he
least
was
on the
he was
show.
super reserved.
Yeah, so it's like
Dang.
I
He probably is.
feel like it depends on like what setting they're in.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have that obsession, and I don't really.
Yeah.
What about when you met Kevin Durant?
Oh,
Me?
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
talking-
you.
We'll see. Like
You're the only person that's met Kevin
yeah, my
Durant
bad,
here.
Yeah, my bad. I mean, we were at the airport and it was like right after they got eliminated from the playoffs.
Ooh,
So like I just don't think he was really feeling it. And what's crazy is that I was the first person, like he had been sitting there for like 20 minutes and I was the first person to approach him. But he was just like, I think in general, Kevin Durant's like a
Laid back,
chill dude. Yeah.
reserved.
But like, I'm trying to think. Like, I think that Alan Stone, I've met him twice, and he's a pretty charismatic. Like, what you see, like
Mm.
what
he's
you see in
authentic.
interviews or like in his like podcasts and stuff, like that's what you get in person too. Like, he has the same energy for the most part. So I feel like, but he's also like not that famous. But yeah, to me, he's famous. But I feel like if you saw Bruno, like just in the streets.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you would still feel
there would be
you would
there
feel
be
his
like
power.
there would be
Yeah.
like a and that 5'5" man, all that
Yeah, no, exactly.
literally be face to face.
Yeah, I feel like we could like feel his power. Or like I'm trying to think. There's like a big
The Rock.
Pitbull.
The Rock too, for sure.
Pitbull. Hey, dale.
I feel like he would be cool to talk to though.
It would be.
Pitbull. Like he probably seems super chill. But okay, cool. Well,
I'll
I'm
touch
very
his head.
jealous.
Wait, what'd you say?
Just would you
I'll
like
just,
rub
Just touch his head.
it?
Gives you like bad luck.
Nah, bro, that would give me the best look.
Oh my gosh. But yeah,
Anyways.
very jealous. You're the only one in this podcast right now that's been to Korea, right? So
yeah.
very jealous. Nice.
It's a really good country too. Like everything there is like really nice.
Is it as clean as it looks in like videos?
Yeah, it's pretty clean. There's no trash anywhere.
That's cool.
He said
cleaner than the
people
Philippines.
No,
Oh,
Philippines
that's
is pretty
tough to
clean.
beat. Yeah, that's tough to beat, bro.
Yeah.
We're pretty squeaky clean. White walls everywhere.
But,
But South Korea can catch up maybe in like a few decades. But the Korean barbecue is really good. I think it's a bit better. Good country. And
yeah, but you also said the people there like had genuinely good skin and they all are tall.
Oh my God,
and they
dude.
all look good.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
yeah.
they are the most beautiful Asian ethnicity. Just saying. I was looking left, right, bro. Everybody is just, even the guys too. They were just really good looking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I think that's why I don't like. This is turning into a K-pop episode somehow, but I think
is that not what we're
I think part of the reason why I dislike guy groups in K-pop is because they just look too perfect. I'm like, dude, like,
Yeah.
just be normal.
It's a bunch of Ken dolls, bro.
Yeah, but Korean.
Yeah, dude, they look like they just take care of themselves like really well. And like,
Yeah. I mean, that's like their general way of life, though. I feel like they're
yeah,
all generally very respectful and generally keep a good appearance.
yeah. It's a good country though.
All right, so we're gonna move on to this is a long introduction, but we're gonna move on to the other Josh. Other Josh, how are you doing?
I'm other Josh. I'm the younger Josh. I'm good. Just woke up.
What time is it right now? It's 6:20 p.m.
6:20 p.m. I had a shift delivering cookies from 10 to 4. I had not slept since I guess whenever I woke up yesterday, I think 4 p.m. And so I'm on a good like hour-ish nap. Took a 30-minute nap during work, took a 30-minute nap before this. So I'm pumped. I'm ready. Does it even feel like I'm tired? No. I'm so ready to talk about the greatest franchise in the world.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well that's a good segue. It's a good segue. Speaking of the greatest franchise in the world, so today we're talking about not K-pop. We're talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've done this a couple times on the pod. Today we're not gonna like specifically talk about like one movie or one show. We're just gonna talk about kind of like I think I only mentioned it to BJ, kind of like a State of the Union, just like basically like yo, like what's going on, how we feel about how it's been like the last 3 years, phase 4 and 5, and then like if there's any optimism, like if we have a reason to have any optimism of like what's to come. I will say, I'll probably mention it later, but I am actually optimistic about the Marvels, but we'll talk about it when we get to that. Anyway, so we're going to start with phase 4. I'm just going to list off all the projects. There's 17 projects in phase 4. And if you guys, if there's anything that like genuinely jumps out, which probably the first project, which is WandaVision, is something that basically everyone says is like one of the only good things, then we can talk about it. But it starts with WandaVision, which I think started in 2021.
Wow, really?
The beginning, or it's either the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021. Yeah.
Dude, that's
crazy.
crazy.
I think it was 2021. WandaVision, and then we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We have the Black Widow. Oh, you know what's funny? I didn't even acknowledge the Black Widow movie as a movie when I was telling you guys how many movies there are.
Oh,
hey, that one, that one's actually decent compared to some of the stuff.
That's one of the better
compared
ones.
Compared to some of the stuff
4.
you're about to say.
Yeah. So Black Widow, Loki season 1, the What If series, Shang-Chi, Eternals, Hawkeye, Spider-Man No Way Home, Moon Knight, Multiverse of Madness, Miss Marvel, Thor Love and Thunder, She-Hulk, Werewolf by Night, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and then the Guardians Holiday Special. Those are your 17 projects. So then if I count Black Widow, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies. So 6 movies and 11
Dang.
shows.
The fact that there's 11 shows.
Dude.
Well, if you count the holiday special as a show, then yeah. Like Werewolf by Night and
Yeah.
the holiday special are more like,
I mean, yeah, so 9, that's still insane.
yeah, still nine
Nine
shows.
crazy.
No, because if you think about like the fact that there's only 6, but it's felt like there's just been too much. There's been too much happening is pretty bad.
Oh, I lied. There's 7. I keep skipping over Eternals
Oh.
as a movie.
Oh, I have opinions about that movie, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. So, yeah, I guess what kind of jumps out? We'll talk about what was good in Phase 4, what we thought was good, and then what was bad.
Bad.
So, what was good?
I think
I think-
there's
Black Widow.
wait, combined 4 and 5?
Just 4. Just 4.
Just 4.
Yeah, Black Widow, I would say was good. WandaVision was good. What If series was good. Obviously, Spider-Man
I'm trying to think. There's
Wait,
usually
let's,
like a
let's do the movies first.
movies. Okay. So
to me there's like a clear cut like 4 that are like from what I see on Twitter and from like talking with people that are genuinely like they're considered just good.
okay,
I think it's
which would be
I think it's Spider-Man,
Hmm.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
What am I missing? I just had the other 2.
Black
just
Widow.
movies or shows.
Yeah,
included?
just movies. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of shows also. So I know, okay, so movie-wise, those 2 for sure, like, I've never really seen people just say, like, or
Mhm.
like a lot of people at least say they're not that good.
And
Yeah.
then Loki.
Yeah, but that's a show. Yeah, but if I was thinking, yeah, from what I was thinking of, and then Loki and WandaVision are also included,
Yeah.
probably.
I
Those are
agree.
like the 4 that I think were like the clear cut, were like not as hated on as like some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that. The public perception. I would say that I would
Yeah.
throw like that's probably like the tier 1. I would say
S tier.
of like Phase
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the S tier, and then like I think right underneath that would be like
She-Hulk and
Whoa.
I think a lot of people. Did you guys enjoy What If? Did you watch all of What If?
Yeah, I think What If was really good.
I enjoyed
like
it.
that.
Not
Yeah.
like nothing groundbreaking, nothing like
Right. Yeah.
oh,
I
you have to
feel-
check out this episode, but it's
Yeah.
decent, yeah. For what
I
it
feel
is.
like yeah, like the 4 that you mentioned are like genuinely liked. Everyone thought it was good, and then like underneath that was like enjoyable
Mhm.
/ like it was fine, which would be
Yeah.
like What If. I would say
I'd say Black Widow's. I would say Black,
Black
Widow's
Widow's
there.
in that character or that category. Personally, I think Black Panther's in that category of like it was fine.
Mhm. I think Moon Knight was pretty good.
Oh, Moon Knight, yeah. Moon
I
Knight.
did like Moon Knight.
Yeah,
I
Moon Knight's
did
pretty good.
like Moon Knight. Yeah.
Moon Knight's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And then
Wait, how many
I
did
don't
you
think
get?
I feel like everyone's like in terms of like Hawkeye, no one really said like it was good or bad. It was just kind of like a
It was just,
oh yeah, it was there.
it was
mid,
just
bro.
it was just a Hawkeye
yeah,
show.
it was cool. Like
Exactly, which is
No
so
powers.
sad.
What can you do?
Which is so sad. I'm a Hawkeye fan because
Yeah.
not because of the movies, but I used to watch like this old cartoon show, and Hawkeye in that show is like he has such like a interesting and really good arc in it, and basically he like infiltrates like the Avengers mansion on his own, and like he's really clean. But yeah, in the movies he's kind of just a meme, which is kind of disappointing.
I
But
mean, is it
At least the
isn't it
show
crazy?
wasn't that bad. It was all right.
Yeah, no,
The ending is where it like
the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's where people
But-
got disappointed.
Isn't it interesting that like Hawkeye started, at least in the MCU, as being like kind of a major player because like he's the one that Loki turned,
Yeah.
and like he also like basically infiltrated.
Yeah, bro. He took
the
out the
Avengers.
helicarrier with like 2 arrows, bro.
Yeah,
Put
and
some
then
respect.
yeah, and then like since then, like he's had like almost no momentum as a character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
And like honestly, they could have used a lot. Like they had him Like they didn't really explore anything about him when he was like the Ronin.
Yeah, they just gave him a really
Yeah.
crappy haircut.
Yeah. And then like they didn't really explore enough of like his family life either. And I feel like those are like important
yeah.
things they
Yeah,
could have
it's cause actor wise and just like character wise, everybody gravitated towards everyone else. So it's like, why would we waste screen time on this
Yeah.
guy when no one really cares?
Honestly, the show should have been about the Ronin like arc. I think that would have been like really interesting if they went like that route, you know?
What even was the show about? Oh, it's about
It
him
was like
like
Christmas family
yeah,
special.
he's about to like he had to save or no, he had to like clean
with
up
Kate
like
Bishop.
yeah, he had to clean up some of like his Ronin stuff getting out there and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Okay.
it's
My whole family is FaceTiming me right now. So
Oh, they want to talk about it too?
What an amateur,
gonna
bro.
pick
They want to.
Sorry, y'all.
Are you
Sorry, y'all.
recording an episode with the two Joshes right now?
I think Black Widow was
Alright.
I.
Oh yeah, we were discussing Black Widow while you were gone because like I think the movie's
Uh-huh.
generally decent, but there's only one like clear like straight up bad part about the movie, and both of us think it's the Taskmaster like reveal
Yeah,
twist.
no.
Because it's
for sure.
like
Yeah.
one
was
it's like
so
one it was
disappointing.
predictable, and two it's just like kind of a waste of a character.
They really
Yeah.
did him wrong.
Like you don't make it Taskmaster. Just like make it some like some assassin that she has to fight, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Black Widow goes to the tier below. Also,
Yeah, me too.
I think Eternals is
Okay,
the most. I
Yeah,
think
let's
it's
talk about it.
really
Let's talk about
divided.
it. Yeah.
So
let's talk about
divided.
it.
I think that movie is so underrated. I think that movie got hated on like way too far.
Yeah,
Like I think it's way better than some of the ones that like came out after it, and I don't remember what came out before it, but like seeing like how much because like the early reviews, it would like Rotten Tomatoes from the critics was already like at 50 something. And like I came in and watched like with the expectation of being like, maybe this won't be as good. And then I was like, I actually really enjoyed that. Like I get if you like, I don't know. It's really weird, like some of the opinions I've seen on it. Like I get if you think like it's kind of slow and like I guess you just don't really like resonate with any of the characters. But I think it has some really good action.
Oh yeah,
I think
the actress was really good.
I think the plot isn't like just straight up like predictable or stupid the whole time as like it can happen with some of these movies. I know people like were really pissed at the end how like, oh, so now there's just like a big giant thing in the middle of the earth and that's never
Yeah.
gonna be talked about. I'm just like, yeah, but who cares, bro? Like there's other dumb
I mean,
shit that happens in these movies.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to them. They tend to like reference it in a small way in
Yeah,
a lot of like the stuff that's come after it. So
I thought like artistically it was really interesting. Like
Yeah.
visually, it
like
was
the
really
suits.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So like
that
I was
CGI was
definitely
pretty
definitely
good.
one of the
Yeah.
best. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like I was genuinely shocked like how much it got hated on.
Yeah.
I get it, feel like you thought it was boring, I guess. Like, but in terms of thinking it was bad, like I know bad movies. I've watched bad movies. That is not a bad movie.
Yeah, I do say I think this is the most non-Marvel movie, which doesn't make it bad. just
Eternals
saying.
or
Eternals.
what
Like,
you're
when
about
you
to
watch-
say, yeah.
No, yeah, Eternals. When you watch it, I was like, if it didn't have Marvel in it, I would just think it's like another, like it's so like,
Like some random
of place, yeah.
superhero, yeah.
but that doesn't make it bad. It's just I thought it was like
Yeah.
a fresh like breath of air. Watching
No,
it.
honestly, that's like the first. I don't remember the projects anymore at this point, but like when Phase 4 had started, that's like what every project seemed to be like. Every project seemed to have like a new like way of
Yeah, it's like
filming
yeah,
and like a
Yeah.
new way of like
which
portraying.
I
how,
really
like,
like.
this-
I actually,
and I think I like because like Black Widow, like it felt super spy and like
Yeah.
it was like the first time I had seen a movie in like the last 10 years where like the credits were at the start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where like there's like that long credit sequence at the start and
It's like it's very Fast and the Furious.
I
yeah,
was gonna
very
say
fast, like very
Mission
like
Impossible.
like very 2000s, like Mission Impossible, Fast Furious, Born,
Yeah.
like those kind of
yeah.
movies. So like, I think that was interesting, and so like, I think kudos that they tried to like add more creativity,
Mm.
and allow like some directors to go and like be different and like make it visually more interesting. for like some things, except the stories have fallen a lot when it comes to like some of the direction. Like I get like
Yeah.
visually cool sometimes, but like now you kind of need to reel back in like making sure like some of the dialogue isn't as shit as it is.
Yeah.
Some of the like plot, like overall plot like arcs aren't like really predictable, and or like it just doesn't feel like there's like any weight to them.
I think
They like
I think they've started to use that as like a crutch, like Marvel has, of like
Using what?
like the fact that like you're gonna get a visually stunning movie, and like there's gonna be a lot of effects that like people like, and like the way it's shot is like, I feel like it was actually interesting that Shang-Chi and Eternals were back to back, because I think those are two of the most like visually stunning movies they've done.
Yeah, sure.
And I think because of the reception of that, like I think that's why like Multiverse of Madness and Quantum Mania probably didn't get the type of care that it should have, is because they were like, well, it's gonna look cool, it's gonna like
So
because, and like even like I thought both movies looked good, like there were probably some parts that weren't that good, but like as a whole, like visually, I think both movies were like pretty good.
I think
And
those movies
they kind of,
yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say they've just been like banking on that like way too much.
Yeah, I think those movies like are a good representation of what like I feel like Marvel has been relying on, which is like this set piece will look cool, these characters will be in it, so that'll be
Yeah.
cool. But then they just completely forget about like any like actual weight and like care to the story. Because like for example, like you haven't watched it, Josh, but like I think a good counter example to that is Guardians, because like it does those things, but the reason Guardians is good is because like you care about the characters the whole time, and like and like and also this the act like there's like actual like you feel the weight of like every scene or every action scene. Like for example, like Quantumania, what other movies? Just like just in general, like sometimes you just feel like just like they're just like doing a lot of things just for the sake of doing a lot of things, where there's like it just feels messy.
Yeah. And I think reflecting on that compared to like the Iron Man series or like Captain America series, like the development of like Tony and
Steve and
Steve, is like crazy. And like I think those series were really good.
I was like, is it Steven? No, it's just Steve.
Yes. Oh, Steve Rogers. Yeah. But yeah, I think they've fallen from that aspect and just like wanted to like
they just need to make it a bit simpler again, because I think all the good ones are relatively simpler.
Yeah.
Except No Way Home. Except No Way Home. But then again, that's not necessarily true. I don't know. I'm not the one to like fix everything, but
no, that's what this episode's for. We're literally fixing all the problems. I'm submitting this to Kevin Feige. Yeah. We'll stick with like things that are just awful. We can talk about it now. From phase 4.
So another tier below, another tier below, maybe another 2 tiers.
Okay, we'll do the third tier. So
wait, I was gonna ask for Multiverse of Madness. I don't think it's like I don't think it's bad.
Good.
I don't think it's bad. I actually think it. I think it's pretty decent. It just lacks that like weight to it, like what I was trying to mentioning before. Because like a lot's going on, and like a lot of visual things are nice, and like the action is pretty good here and there. But as like a contained story, sometimes it didn't like resonate. Like I don't remember. I don't think I rewatched that. Like I think growing up, like when Marvel was at its peak, I'd always like leave the theater being like, dang, it'd be cool to watch that again. But then like I think once Multiverse of Madness and like then on, I was like, honestly, like for whatever reason, I didn't feel the need to rewatch it. So but I think I'd put it in that same tier as what we were saying before. Maybe if anything, maybe a tier below. But now the bad stuff.
So the bad stuff. Well, okay. I have one more question then. Where do you guys stand on Falcon and Winter Soldier? Like, where would you put them?
So trash, bro.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
he hates it
That
more
was
than I
So
do, but
bad, bro. The boat scene. Oh my god.
Both
I
scene.
think
with the sister.
I was quite disappointed in that show, I will say. I think I really hate the end.
The ending, dude. Oh my god, dude.
The
How
ending
are we
when
talking,
the ending when it's
20
like
years?
it's like
Oh,
fake,
it's a
not
speech.
fake deep, but it's like super, yeah, I guess fake deep,
Okay,
or
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like
The speech.
he like falls from the sky and like angel wings, and he's carrying
That's
this
right.
ginger terrorist who literally killed so many. Like I hate how they tried to make her redeeming at all. I was like, there's literally no like,
Yeah.
like I get there's people struggling because of because of the blip or whatever shit, but she killed people, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I'm forgiving to that show specifically is because they got screwed hard by the pandemic.
That's
true.
true.
In
There's like
terms of,
slight
like-
slack there, but like, bro,
Yeah,
that doesn't excuse like they're
right.
right.
Yeah, no.
This is
I
so
totally
fire,
get it.
bro.
Even the action was like underwhelming.
It was, yeah.
I think the only parts I liked was Zemo. Like when they
Okay,
were
yeah.
with Zemo and like going to the like that like crime city
Mhm.
and like they had to tag
Yeah.
him along. I think that's when it was kind of interesting. But it started slow and then it
Yeah.
like it ended pretty terribly. And also
Yeah.
like I didn't care for the US agent character. Like I get you're not supposed like him, but like I don't know.
Just like no, yeah, he like didn't affect you at all.
Yeah. Or like no, it's just like I just didn't like him. But I think he does a good job. I like
Portraying,
I like
yeah.
that actor.
Dude, he did as well as you
Yeah.
could with that character, honestly. I think the only fight scene I really like and can remember is when it's Falcon and Winter Soldier fighting him like in that like abandoned
Oh yeah,
warehouse.
to get the shield back.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
that
like,
was decent.
he kills someone at the very end of that episode with the
Yeah.
shield. Like
He
that.
does? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I don't
he like decapitates
someone.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. That was probably like action wise like the main thing that I like remember is like, oh yeah, that was
No,
pretty
but I
cool.
hated that ginger character so bad.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like
didn't
and
like
it
it
sucks.
for the
It sucks because like that was a group that was supposed to be like a big part of the show, but
What were they
because
called again? The
The flag smashers,
Flag
the
Smashers, yeah, you're right.
the menacingest
Yeah.
name, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
like
about to say the wave crashers. I was like, that's not it.
Wave
Anyways,
Crashers.
no, that's
yeah.
definitely
Okay,
a
yeah.
tier
So
below.
there, so
to me,
there,
that's for sure a tier below than
the
what you
last
The
mentioned.
last tier, yeah.
So that would be a tier where because I feel like we don't really have that much of
Yeah, what else
so,
is left? What else is left?
So there's
Well,
Werewolf by Night
Thor-
and Guardians
Thor-
Holiday Special.
I don't. Okay, not.
I don't
I won't
count
count the
those,
specialists.
yeah.
I don't count
Yeah,
the
okay.
specialists.
How
So
about
then
Thor?
all we have left are She-Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder, Miss Marvel.
I don't. I like. This might be biased, but I
And
don't
that's
think I don't think I can include Hawkeye as like as bad as these. I think Hawkeye's decent.
No,
So-
yeah, no,
No,
definitely
yeah,
not, definitely
So
not.
I'll put it like a bit. I'll put it like in its own tier, like in between the two. that we-
Okay,
2 and 3?
yeah.
Yeah, between.
Okay.
Yeah, but because I don't think it's as bad as what we're about to talk about.
No, not at all. So yeah, we'll start with which one? Miss
We'll do
Marvel.
the-
We'll go in order with the shows. So Miss Marvel came out first out of that group. I personally was just kind of like how Hawkeye was, where it was just like it was just fine. Like I was actually interested probably like midway through the season when they did that whole thing where they talked about, I'm forgetting the name of the event, but in Pakistan when like they all had to move out and like
Oh,
she goes
shoot.
back in
Wait,
time.
what was that called?
Exodus or
Oh no, that's a different group. Was it called the
there's a specific name for it, but I thought like that stuff was kind of interesting. I think like her powers are still kind of whack though. Like I for sure
yeah,
am like,
I think, but I think
really whack?
I think they went that way because it has to tie into the Marvels.
yeah.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's supposed to be like that their powers are like connected somehow.
Intertwined. Yeah.
So like
Is that
it'd
from the
be
comics though? Or did they
I
just
don't
make
think
that
so.
up?
Probably
No, not at all, because her powers in the comics are completely different. But I think they did that because like, yeah, it'd be weird if she was just like super stretchy
Yeah,
while the other two are like some like energy related
like
stuff.
light energy
Yeah.
manipulators.
But either way,
Yeah, makes sense.
we knew that coming in for like so many months, so like I got over
Yeah.
it. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
I think I liked. Okay, yeah, I don't think Miss Marvel.
Like I can understand
I don't know
it,
how
like
nice I need to
people
be.
putting it in the bad tier.
Yeah, cause the thing is, I don't think I hate it or think it's as terrible as some of the other ones, but I don't
Right.
think it's good.
That's fine.
I think it's pretty trash.
Huh? You think it's pretty trash?
Yeah, I think it's pretty trash.
I remember you specifically.
I think
telling me
I
that you didn't like
only.
it.
I think I maybe liked the start, because like she's like the whole like teen aspect, the like how they included like the cool animations and stuff. I thought that was like genuinely like
I actually really liked
cool.
that in most of the episodes.
But then as the plot like developed and I like we saw like where the story was going, not as much. Kudos to, I don't know how old she is, but like, it
She's
is
12.
tough.
Oh, 17. Sorry.
Yeah, I think she's 17 now. I think she was like low-key like 15.
Yeah.
when
So like, yeah,
when
like
they
kudos
shot
to
it.
her that like, first role ever and something this big. But I'll just say like, like I couldn't, sometimes like I couldn't just like fully be invested in the character or like enjoyed it that much. And then not the ending like as a whole, but like literally the ending scene is the only like other interesting part about that show to me.
Yeah, I think also just like the etymology.
Wait,
of
Josh,
angle.
do you even remember the ending scene?
Oh, with the X-Men?
Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah. Wait, so they changed that too. She's not a mutant, right?
She's
No,
an Inhuman in the
Inhuman, but they
comics.
made
she's
her
an
a
Inhuman.
mutant in here.
Yeah,
She's a mutant
because
in the
they're
MCU.
just like
Bro, why? Why?
Because I mean they're just not gonna do Inhumans for like I don't think it matters. Like making her an Inhuman would be like so irrelevant to the future.
Yeah,
I
I
guess,
mean,
but-
I personally would love if they did Inhumans in general, but
I think no, the thing is like it's kind of sad. I can give like a little brief rundown of what happened to that property. But like I mean, do you want me to? We could just move
sure,
Kinda
yeah.
interested,
Because I
yeah.
mean, like I watched
Yeah.
every season of Marvel's Agents of Shield, so
Oh shoot! For every
Dang,
season.
my condolences,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro.
I'm so sorry you did
no,
that
yeah,
to
and
yourself.
there
Pray
was
for you.
some
I will
there
pray
was
for
some
you.
rough times.
Dude, I think I watched all of season 4 and I was just like, I'm done.
was season 4
I
the
am
framework?
done.
Was that the framework?
Season
one,
4,
like,
it's season
alternate
4
reality?
ends. Season I think it's like the one before that. Season 4 ends where like
Okay.
Coulson gets his arm cut off.
You're right.
They like kill Sky's mom or something like that.
I think it's Sky's dad.
No. Oh wait.
But Sky doesn't have a dad.
No, she does.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I think
he
it's
died.
no. I think they. Oh well, I know he dies, but I think they also kill her mom. Like they don't kill her
Oh.
dad. I don't remember. Anyways,
I thought they
not
did,
important. So what happened? Or like, I think the Inhumans are genuinely not. I don't know about like their origin and their story as a whole. I don't know if that's good, but I think some of their powers and the royal family, like they have some like really interesting characters.
Mhm.
I'll get to that later. But what happened was, so obviously Fox owned the mutants,
Yeah.
right? So this is around 20. This is I think when phase 2 or 3 was announced, and so Inhumans was supposed to be part of the schedule. And it came out later that like Kevin Feige never wanted them to be a part of the schedule because like he felt like they had no place.
Oh.
They had no place in the overall story because like they already had their cosmic part covered with the Guardians.
That's true. Yeah.
And like it'd be like a weird tag on to also explore these characters. But the reason it got announced during I think Comic-Con was because at the time Kevin Feige wasn't already like the head where he like
Right.
got to make every decision. There's like this guy named Ike Perlmutter who like has a bunch of other like bad stuff about him. He's made like super racist comments and sexist comments.
Oh shoot.
Anyways, since Fox had the mutants and I don't think they had any like I don't think they saw they saw it was possible to buy it. So they were just like, or that guy was just like, all right, let's just use these guys as like our mutants. So let's push these guys. And so like during that time, like the actual Marvel comics stopped printing new X-Men releases, stopped printing new X-Men stories. and started printing more Inhuman stories because like they were basically trying to like
Push that.
make them more popular for the movies. But I think eventually like that project ended up falling apart because one, it could never tie into the rest of the universe.
Yeah.
Two, I don't think like Kevin Feige was like at all supporting it. So like it just fell apart. And then Ike Perlmutter, since he was in charge of TV, he just made it as a show, which apparently is like one of the most awful things to ever come out of anything ever.
Wait,
There was an
There's
Inhuman
a-
show.
Yeah, there's an actual
Oh,
show
what?
called Inhumans. Yeah.
See the fact that
I
you don't
want to
even know it.
say it was on ABC, right? Also.
Yo, I've never heard of that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Um,
actually you can watch it on Disney Plus. I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
yeah, but like you know, it's crazy. Disney Plus hides it.
Yeah. No, because like I randomly found it, just like scrolling through their
Yeah,
whole,
like if you look up like
database.
Marvel, it's like not there.
Yeah, like you have to
That's
like
crazy.
specifically like search like keywords for them, and I finally
Dang.
found them, and I was like, oh, so it is here. It's like
Yeah.
cool.
But anyways, but why I think they're really interesting. I don't know about their story as a whole, but some of the characters have some of the coolest powers. So like in that
Yeah.
royal family, so like the dad, okay, you know Black Bolt, Josh. So like
Yeah.
literally has like a voice that could like kill cities or whatever. Can fly. I think he can also like do telepathy or telekinesis. I don't know.
The
Stuff
thing,
like that.
yeah, the thing on his head.
Yeah. The wife, her hair is basically like indestructible and like can like grab things, punch things, stuff like that. They have a girl that can like control all the elements. They have a guy who's basically like an Aquaman type mutant looking thing. They have a guy, this guy is really cool. He can either predict how a fight will turn out, and so he knows the best strategy to like live, or like he knows every weak point in like a person's body or like even material things, so he knows how to break things and he knows how to like hit people's weak points. I don't know, it's like pretty interesting. But anyways, yeah, so like I think eventually one day it would be interesting to revisit them, but I think we're not going to see them for like 10 years minimum.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna do mutants and Fantastic Four, and that in itself is gonna take like 10 years.
That's gonna be
So,
like a whole
yeah.
2 phases, honestly.
Yeah.
On
So
Yeah,
like
for real.
we're not seeing the Inhumans. So like I don't like. So yeah, there's no point to make her an Inhuman. So, but it is kind of, I don't know. It is weird. Like there's still like no idea or clue how mutants are a thing in this universe.
Yeah, like
You know
there's
what I'm saying? Like, cause
Yeah.
like it's either like they've been there this whole time and like only now their powers are coming out, or only like it. So my like when like I would think by now they would have already done it, but a theory that I liked when Endgame came out was that because there was 2 snaps in the universe, like those 2 snaps created
Oh, yeah.
mutations.
Yeah,
So like I think that
definitely.
makes sense. So then like yeah, if she like somehow is one of those people that like got affected by the snaps. I wonder if that will be what ends up happening. But if it's not, then like yeah, I have no clue. 'Cause it'd be weird if just like
yeah.
They would have to change because isn't the original thing that they were there the whole time, like ever
the original thing is like it's just from evolution, like they just
Yeah.
evolved that way.
Yeah.
Because
So,
then
yeah,
they would
like-
have to change the backstories of like Magneto and
That's the hard one because like Magneto's origin is clearly tied to the Holocaust,
oh shoot, really?
bruh.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So it's just like it's like hard to, yeah. We'll just have to see what they do. We'll see what Deadpool does because apparently
Yeah.
Deadpool has like some of the old
Dude,
X-Men characters coming
like,
back.
literally-
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's gonna be so
Literally
good.
everyone that's ever appeared on X-Men, I'm pretty sure, is gonna show up. Like
The thing is though, like it's either gonna be like I don't know, because like the other cop out way would be like, oh, they're from another universe and they're now like in ours. But
I
then
mean,
like
that's
but then that throws away the whole idea that Miss Marvel is like a mutant on her own type thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, she's a mutant?
That's what they. Anyway, so yeah, Miss Marvel. Would you guys say like mid or just like or below mid?
Below. Because I think like I can like when something's mid, I'm just like Yeah, it's not that good, not that great. I don't really feel anything about it. But this one, I'm genuinely like, I don't think I like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was
That makes sense.
one of the worst things until something after it came out, bro.
I think like wait, so do you hate it worse than Falcon Winter Soldier? I'm just curious.
Ooh, yeah, because
Oh
Falcon and the Winter
wow.
Soldier had like small stuff here and there, like I guess the characters were fine or like mid stuff like that.
Yeah.
Had like not redeeming, but like
Yeah.
okay qualities. But Miss
I
Marvel,
mean-
dude, the only thing I liked about Miss Marvel was the culture and history about it. I think that was
Yeah.
interesting how they explored that, and visually, it was like really good CGI. It was pretty good, and like the animation stuff like that.
Yeah.
But besides that,
I wish they incorporated that more. It was only like in the first and last episode.
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But I did not. Whoever the main character was, dude, I did not like her. I didn't like the characters. The acting was bad. The plot was bad. Oh my god, the fight scene. Oh my god, the fight scenes. Bro.
Most of the
fight
action
scenes are
was
not good.
those.
I
were
will say,
pretty-
like honestly,
yeah.
like
I
I think
like that
I
too.
think I passed on her acting during the show, but from the Marvels trailer, we'll see how that movie is. Because honestly, I think
Yeah.
it might be worse. Oh, I feel
Yeah,
really
well-
bad.
well-
I feel
well,
really
we'll
bad.
see.
She's like 17, 18. Like she just
I
has
feel
she
bad
can
too because
improve.
like
Had a
I've
better
watched
child actor.
her. I've watched her interviews like outside.
Yeah,
of
she's
it.
cool. She's cool. She's a genuine fan.
she's very like charming too. Like she's got a good personality. So
Oh,
I do feel
cool.
bad that like they're not giving her or like I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I
But
think
yeah,
she
we'll get to that
just-
later.
Needs to.
Josh,
change
you're
it.
just heartless, dude. You just hate women. That's what it sounds like.
No. Just her. I'm just kidding. No. I just she is.
Hey, man, she's a kid. So if you watch like some of the
Dude, sorry, what were you saying?
if you watch some of like the older Harry Potter ones, like some of their acting isn't that great. They grow into it.
That's
So-
true. But I mean, they were like okay. Hers, I just did not like.
Oh
And also, I rewatched.
absolute hater.
I rewatched The Impossible, with the tsunami that happened. It's like the tsunami in Thailand. It's a movie. This is not Marvel, but Tom Holland is in it. He's a child actor. Dude, his performance is crazy. Like as a child actor, he like really, honestly, it's better than probably his Spider-Man acting because he really nailed it. But I was like, oh, like child actors can be this good. Why isn't she like
Dude,
that?
you know what's this is such a off like topic thing, but I mean y'all don't really watch K-dramas, but K-dramas get like I don't know what they do to train their kid actors, but they're insane.
Good.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's probably
they're,
how
they're like
yeah.
they're like insanely good.
They can be
Anyways.
like that. But yeah, I
But
didn't
yeah.
like it. Those two stuff I
man.
did like about it, but
I'll give her room to improve.
Me too. I like her.
bro, you're in Marvel. You're in the biggest stage on earth. You need to pick it up. Anyway, continue.
All right, so we'll talk about She-Hulk.
The bottom of the barrel.
Like literally, like that is if you take into account shows and movies,
No,
that's like actually the worst. That is like the
no,
worst.
because this is how I told like remember what I said before? I was like, yeah, like until She-Hulk, I was just straight up like, I don't think anything in MCU is just straight up like the worst thing ever. I think that genuinely it's so bad.
It's bad. It's like that one. Like I think for all of the bad ones that like we could talk about just in general, there's something that like I can think about that I like.
There's like a one
like,
redeeming quality.
Yeah,
or,
there's like, well, like what about this or what about
or,
that?
like, you
This
didn't
one
hate yourself.
genuinely doesn't though.
Yeah, because like I guess the only good thing for me that I enjoyed was anytime that Matt Murdock showed up. But like that's like I can't necessarily attribute that to the show because
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
like
the thing is, I
what
feel
makes
like
him
happened.
cool.
What
like,
happened
what
was
makes
just
him-
like go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say like what makes that cool is like all the previous Daredevil stuff he did on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, that's what makes it
Yeah.
important.
I was gonna say like what happened was that they were like they watched like the first like screenings of like the first 2-3 episodes and they were like, we need something to make this decent. But no, like what's it called? I think the first episode is like watchable. Like it's like on the level of some of the other
On the island, bro, with her and Hulk.
Oh, the
I
training
don't know.
stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
the
the training stuff
stuff's
is not
bad.
Bruh,
It's
the
bad.
clapping.
Never mind, I forgot
The
about
tra-
that stuff.
It's really bad.
My God, dude.
Never mind, that
The
stuff is
training
bad.
stuff is bad.
I'm telling you
I forgot
nothing.
that's also the. And then okay, I just remember because I was texting Josh. I was like, the first one wasn't like terrible. It was like it's not good, but and then I think I got to like two, or I think by the third episode I was just like, because I think I was fresh off the hate train of Miss Marvel, so I was like, I don't think it's as bad as that. And then by the third episode, I think I texted Josh and I was just like, oh no, it's worse.
No,
Because
it's
because
way
like
worse.
because like by the third episode, I was like, nothing's happening. Like the show is like literally going nowhere. Like it's actually like I've watched like 3 episodes and like not like there's
Actually,
not like I don't
yeah,
remember, but yeah.
there's two good things in the show,
Oh,
but they have nothing to do with the actual character. So I said
Oh,
Matt
Wong.
Murdock was good
I like
and
Wong.
Wong. Yeah, and anything that Wong did was
Yeah.
good. Like
Yeah.
So
It
yeah,
was- it was
literally
actually, like-
anything that they forced into the show.
yeah, like everything not related to the actual Jen
Character.
Walters character.
Which is like
Correct.
so sad because one, I think she's like a good actress.
I think
Like,
so too.
she's,
Yeah.
like,
I
she's,
feel
like,
bad for her too.
She's been nominated before.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Like when they announced her for because she's in a show where like she plays like that show's about cloning, so she plays like so many different versions of herself, and like they're all like I remember I watched or listened to a podcast that talks about it.
She's the original Kang.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yo.
Anyways, so like when she was announced, I was like, oh man, this could be really good. The whole like lawyer aspect could be interesting. It could be interesting the fact that like it's not like a typical Marvel show where it's like more just like a
Like comedy ish.
yeah, like a comedy like self-contained, like easy to watch, like comfort thing. Like, it's not like an epic thing. It could just be like just something simple and nice. But no.
No, they tried way too hard.
Like
way
Abomination's
too hard.
terrible in it.
Yeah.
They made that's another character where they just make him like some like now he's like some like peaceful cult leader and he's just, like,
Yeah.
Zen and
He
I'm just
owns
like,
he owns a retreat center basically for
like-
villains, right?
like that's a weird plot. And like okay, not trying to be like three dudes who are just like oh women blah blah blah, but genuinely like the storyline aspect of like where the show went, as in like it's just like dudes being like typical
Yeah.
guys towards her. Like I get like this stuff genuinely happens, but I think like when you make art like this, like that's centered around like a theme like that, it just when you make it bad, it just increases like the vitriol and the hate towards
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
art that like pursues like showcasing like how women are treated or like how just the stuff that they daily go through. Because yeah, like I was telling Josh, like yeah, this is like genuinely stuff that they go through, but like he was talking about how like yeah, like it's just like so the way they use it is just so like silly, like to the point where it's
Yeah.
like you can't take it seriously anymore. Oh,
Like-
dude, just chill out.
So that's why Odra thinks that She-Hulk is in the S tier.
Yeah. Actually,
But yeah, no, I totally
Opened
get
up.
like it kind of I feel bad because it like undermines the actual character too, because like when they go into like her love life and her dating life,
Mhm.
like they clearly outline that like no one's interested in her when she's her normal self. And like people only are interested in her when she's She-Hulk. And I'm just like,
But I think that
sucks.
I think that's like interesting. Like I think that could be taken in a good way, but like it could be I
I
don't
didn't
know.
take it away.
No, but like because I think that's like interesting for a character where like they really struggle with that like
yeah, it's like a plot point.
as like a
Right.
plot point of like they really struggle with like their self-value and they only feel like they're
Yeah.
valued when they're this other thing that they can turn into. But like it just gets so diminished by constantly just like, oh, here's her having sex and here's her dating around and here's
Well,
her
yeah,
like
that's the thing.
and then
like,
here's
they-
here's this caricature of a guy that like just says like the dumbest, most misogynistic things. Like it just like the more you weigh down like some of the actual like real truths that are there,
yeah.
like the less like the more overall it just like wastes the
Yeah.
talking point that you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, because like they didn't really capitalize on the fact that like she could have had an actual story to like you said, like her image like issues of her image as like a normal human being. Like it seemed like she just actually enjoyed the
Sleeping
fact
around
that
as
yeah,
She-Hulk, yeah.
like yeah, she was just basically like reaping the rewards of it and then never acknowledged the fact that like it kind of sucks for her as like the actual person.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
I just don't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
I don't know who wrote that.
that show, it
God,
just
so bad.
it covers some of the stuff of like some of the MCU stuff in general now. Of just like they really are now, for whatever reason, they just don't know how to balance the humor that is like integral to what the MCU like has been all this time,
Dude,
and
I
also
kid
like
you not,
making it.
I didn't laugh once in that show. Not an exaggeration. I did not laugh once.
You know, it's also
Yeah, I
oh
don't
well,
yeah.
this is like a. I mean, are we done talking about She-Hulk? Because I think what I'm
Yeah.
about to talk about will lead us to.
Oh, I have like one
See-
more thing. But
go
you
ahead.
you
No, if there's one more thing, because I'm going to talk about something else.
He's lying. I feel like he's lying.
What was I gonna say?
The villain's not good.
Oh,
The girl, the
Yeah.
the guest worker. Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
man.
Megan Thee Stallion. I thought that scene was so pointless. Like
think
I don't.
really-
I just don't know why it was such a big deal. Like I feel like people just cared way too much.
Oh, like
about
it was
that
just
scene.
nothing.
No, but
Yeah,
like,
for me, I was just like, okay. Like,
no, yeah, because because it was on Twitter and everywhere before like I watched the
Yeah.
episode. But it's like it's literally just like a little post credit scene.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm just like, why
Like,
are
it's
people
not even-
so mad about it?
Mad or even thinking it was funny because like
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
it's
It
just
literally,
like it's
it literally just
literally
did, it
it's
did
just
nothing.
a nothing scene.
Yeah, it did absolutely nothing. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
You know how now a lot of the times like on Twitter, TikTok or whatever, people like will roast like Marvel scripts be like, or like
Yeah.
blah blah blah, Marvel humor, blah blah blah. I genuinely like think it's gotten worse since like it started to become memey. Like I don't think like the first like yeah, there's probably some jokes that fall like flat and like are like at the wrong time in like the first 20 or so movies. But like some of the writing in the most recent ones, and the thing is like I don't even think it's just because I became more nitpicky. I think it's just because it genuinely got worse. Like some of the writing and the dialogue and the attempts at jokes have just gotten so much worse for whatever reason.
Mhm.
And I think I don't know if I'm wrong, but in phase 4, there was so much content that I think maybe that's the reason. And also they wanted to give like creative freedom to other directors and stuff like that, that they let like some shows to like new directors and movies to new directors. And like Kevin didn't really like
No, yeah, because
on every project, right?
yeah,
Did you just refer to him as Kevin?
Yeah, we're homies. Anyway, he's gonna watch this.
yeah,
later.
because like phase 1 and 2 are very like you have to stick to this tone, you have to like follow this format.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys know Edgar Wright. He's like a really creative
Oh,
director.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, Baby Driver, Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Cornetto
what's his
trilogy.
new movie? He has a new movie. What was it?
He has the most recent one that I know. I don't know about a new one, but Last Night in Soho. It's like a horror-ish with Anya
Okay.
Taylor-Joy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Queen's Gambit girl, right?
yeah. Anyways, if you watch his movies, there's like a very distinct style to them.
Mhm.
And like he has like a lot of ways he uses camera with zooming and like moving it, and less like he also uses animations, whatever. He was the original director for Ant-Man, but he ended up leaving. Yeah, he ended up
Wow, that
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, he ended up
No.
leaving. Yeah, he ended up leaving. Not the new one. Not the new one.
Just like
I know, yeah,
like the very first one. Yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
He was signed on like really early on. So like it is like a genuine like project that he wanted to do like from like but the problem what that ended up happening was because since like Iron Man came out and then the universe took off in the way that it did, his movie would no longer like fit tonally
With a theme.
and like within the creative like scheme of Marvel. So he ended up leaving due to creative differences, which is like really upsetting because like it would have been so cool to watch like his version. And if you watch the first Ant-Man, for sure some of the set pieces and like comedic bits in that movie, if you like know Edgar Wright, like you know like those are just from like his ideas.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like yeah, they've definitely gone from a phase of like, all right, everybody kind of has to stick to this similar-ish tone to now like Kevin I think now has just kind of like, yeah, especially with phase 4. I feel like maybe with phase 5 he's gonna be like, all right guys, we need to pull this shit
back.
together.
No, seriously, he has
But
to,
like,
dude.
but I think yeah, for sure with phase 4, I think he was just like, I got to do this 20 movie arc where like everything cohesively fit, and what people complain about it is like there's not enough variation, it's all the same. So now I'm gonna let creators like go off and explore different tones and stuff like that. And we had a 3-year span of some decent, like more misses than hits. So yeah, we'll see if it's good again. But anyways, where I was going with the whole comedy thing ties perfectly into Thor: Love and Thunder, because holy shit.
Dude, that's one of the funniest movies.
That movie is like that movie is like shockingly like shockingly bad. Like
it is pretty bad.
Like I was telling Jack this when we watched the movie together. I was like, we were just talking, and I made the connection that Thor Love and Thunder is the Wonder Woman 84 to Thor Ragnarok's Wonder Woman. You know how like
whoa, I don't think it was that bad, bro.
Oh, I think it's okay. I don't know.
Bad?
Oh yeah, no. I don't think it's as bad as that, but like the drastic drop off is crazy.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wonder Woman 84 is so garbage. That's another example of just like, if you think this is bad, this is so bad.
And it was the same director too. Isn't that crazy?
Exactly. So like the same thing with Thor. Like it's literally the same director.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I
dude.
I have no clue why it was that like, dude. Like a good metric to show that movie was not good is that like my mom like loves Chris Hemsworth and she loves the Thor movies.
Dang.
And like even after the movie, she was like, I didn't like it. Like she thought it was too cheesy. She thought it was like, yeah, she thought like she just hated how like cheesy it was and corny. And I was like, yeah, if my mom doesn't even like it, my mom is like she'll just like, like most things, like she'll give a lot of things slack. So if she thinks it's like not good, dude, it's like not good.
Yeah.
So that movie was like genuinely like so disappointing. Yeah. Because when it was announced at Comic-Con, like that was one of the most interesting titles. The art looked super cool, bro. And after Ragnarok, it was like, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say like, and there was so much hype to it because like, oh, we're
Natalie
getting Gore.
Yeah.
Well,
Gore.
Gore. Yeah, I was like Natalie Portman, but like we're getting Gore the God Butcher. Like that's supposed to be like.
Hey, y'all see that Natalie Portman's husband cheated on her? That's crazy.
Who's her husband?
Who's her husband?
Some rando.
Loser.
Bro, I thought the movie was gonna be like somewhat with the Guardians. Like they would. I didn't know that they gave us drop him off, bro.
They gave us a 2-minute montage of him.
Yeah.
Like imagine how interesting. Like
them together.
Yeah, like because it did seem like the end of Endgame. They kind of like drew the line of like characters that we assumed were gonna kind of like move along together, because like it was pretty obvious that they were gonna pair Sam and what's his name,
Bucky.
And Bucky together. They had like this interesting connection with the two grieving characters of Hawkeye and Wanda, like if you remember that scene. And I was like, oh, that's actually something like they could maybe capitalize on. I don't think they've had any connection since. But then when they had Thor and the Guardians fly off together, I was like, dude, I was like, this Guardians series could extend so long with this.
I feel like the Russo brothers were like, literally take this idea that we put into your hands and go. And then I get if James
didn't do it.
I get if James Gunn didn't want to use them because like that was not in his plan at all.
Yeah.
For his trilogy.
For sure.
But it would have been nice for like just one movie, bro.
just literally a bunch of side quests would be fine.
Yeah, because
just random stuff.
Like this is not really a spoiler, Josh, because like a lot of the actors have already said like it was their last Guardians movie, and
Yeah.
like James Gunn's not directing one anymore. But we're not gonna get it anymore because Guardians is
Yeah.
pretty
More
much
Guardians?
done.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
Yeah,
it's just
like-
it's just sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it started off really badly. I was like, bro, you're just gonna drop him off. And then
It was
I don't
so
even-
whack, dude. So whack.
that was whack. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember the good thing part was what's his name? Who was the actor for the God Butcher? What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Yeah,
Christian
dude.
Bale,
He was such a good actor.
He was
I think they
good,
portrayed
but
him
they
well. They wasted his character.
they didn't give him anything either. Like,
Dude,
there
there
was
was-
no depth.
No, you know what's so sad? Is because you know how like in the movie they reference like he's been killing all these planets and these gods.
Yeah.
Apparently there was like a
Scenes-
genuine
scenes
there was genuine like scenes. Like there would have been like a whole like set piece of like going like showing him just basically going on a rampage
I
killing
know.
people. But they took it out.
Yeah. It's
Why?
like he's the God Butcher, and we didn't see him kill a single god.
We didn't see him do any god butchering.
Yeah, I was just like, he literally killed no one in that movie.
For real, dude.
Like,
Ugh.
That's so whack.
Like
It
the
wasted
only
so bad.
redeeming stuff about the movie is obviously like Chris Hemsworth like now has like Thor locked and like how he wants to play him.
Yeah.
Honestly, like seeing him and Natalie Portman was nice again. But and like yeah, there was like some cool visuals, but
The
Yeah,
black
the
and white
plot-
scenes
the-
were cool.
yeah, the plot really just
Yeah.
lets it down. The plot really lets
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
I think the comedy didn't hit.
The comedy was
Pretty bad. Like the only good comedy was at the beginning with him and Chris Pratt,
yeah.
like playing
Oh,
off
yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
But like that's like
Yeah.
that's just them being them. So it's just like, oh, it went so far downhill after that.
Yeah, and then like one of the quotes afterwards, like Chris Hemsworth was just like he knows like it wasn't received well and it's not that good because he was just like, yeah, I think we just got carried away with just like having fun and not like really caring. And I was like, yeah.
Looked like it. Looked
Yeah.
like
So-
it for sure.
Is there a movie between that and Ant-Man? There's not, right?
No, yeah.
I want to
no.
say one more thing. And the scene where Chris Hemsworth was just naked, bro. Do you remember? He was like chained up, I think.
Oh
in the
yeah.
Coliseum, and then he was just naked. I was like, why? And why is this allowed?
I mean,
I
I think
didn't-
the
I thought it was
cool
bad taste.
thing coming out of that movie, that's the one where they revealed Roy Kent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? That's pretty cool. I'm cool with that.
Roy's Hercules.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
for
pretty
real?
cool. Yeah.
Bruh, you were there.
Dude, I don't
Um,
remember.
But literally all that stuff with like Zeus and all that, like
Nah, not good. Not good at all.
horrible, awful, like just so bad.
Jeez.
Like
Yeah.
that's probably where I checked out the most, was like all those, like that portion of the movie. I was just like, dude, this is unbearable.
Yeah, because then like they'll try to like take all that silliness and then be like, oh, but she has cancer and it's like really hard and like blah blah blah. I'm just like, yeah, your balance
the
is so
pacing is so
off.
bad.
way too like disconnected.
So I'm curious, do y'all think it's worse than Ant-Man?